Hello and a very good afternoon. My name is Cara, your host from FirstMetroSec, and I'd like to welcome you guys to our BeSTies Webinar Series. To be specific, our 33rd episode entitled 12 Things You Need to Know About Premyo Bonds. Now, as what the title obviously suggests, today we will be talking about the latest buzz brought about by the Bureau of Treasury or BTR on a new investment outlet called Premyo Bonds. So for those of you who are not aware or who are not yet knowledgeable about this one, your FirstMetroSec online trading account actually has access to these bonds. But more of that later, because our speaker, your bestie Andoy, will be the one to discuss everything you need to know about Premyo bonds later on in this webisode. Before we start, we'd like to apologize for the slight delay on our end since we encountered a few technical difficulties with regards to the connection of this webisode. But moving on, as we wait for all the other attendees to start settling in, please feel free to send in your questions about the topic later. You can do so by using your webinar control panel, which you can access through the sidebar if you're on your desktops, or you can also swipe left if you're on your mobile phones. Just type in your question and hit submit, then we'll be entertaining these during the Q&A portion. Also, if you haven't opened an account with us yet, we're inviting you to open an account after this webisode. Metro bankers and PS bankers, OFWs, and students can open an account for free. For all the others, there's an initial deposit of 2,500, which is investable once your account is activated. Please also don't forget to join the growing FirstMetroSec community on Facebook. There you can find the latest market news and updates, FirstMetroSec exclusive announcements and daily contests, and also connect with your fellow traders or investors. Just proceed to www.facebook.com/groups/FirstMetroSec to join. And now, without further ado, please welcome our speaker for 12 things you need to know about Premyo bonds, our business development head here at FirstMetroSec, Mr. Andro Beltran.
Thank you, Cara. Now, wherever you may be, whichever part of the world you may be, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, besties. Once again, this is your bestie, Andro Beltran, Head of Business Development and Market Education of FirstMetro Securities Brokerage Corporation, the stock brokerage arm of Metro Bank, the Philippines' best managed bank. Now, FirstMetroSec, as you may know, is not your typical stock brokerage firm because we happen to be the best in the business. Back-to-back best broker trophies from Finance Asia, best online broker with the Philippines' best online trading platform from International Finance. Now, whether you are listening to this live feed or its recorded version on YouTube, let me all welcome you to episode number 33, FirstMetroSec Besties. That's Beltran, Sai, Tarog Investment Education Series. This webisode is extra special because this is going to be my last, at least for 2019. This is my 12th webisode, right smack in the middle of Christmas bonus / gift shopping season. So I thought it would be best if I talk about a perfect avenue for you to spend your Christmas bonus on and at the same time serve as a gift, perhaps for yourself or for family and friends. So let me talk about 12 things people need to know about the Bureau of Treasury's Premyo or prize bonds. This is an investment outlet brought to us by the Bureau of Treasury, meant to get us, Filipinos, to invest and at the same time give us the chance to win millions of pesos, house and lot, and condominium units in quarterly raffles. Hence the word prize or premyo. So if you're going to ask me whether you have been naughty or nice, this is a perfect gift for yourself and for family. We're going to talk about features, benefits, and why you should strongly consider investing in the very first prize bonds in the Philippines. But before we talk about Premyo bonds, perhaps it would be best if we talk a little bit about bonds first. A bond is a fixed income instrument representing a loan, or in Tagalog, pautang, made by an investor to a borrower. A borrower in this relationship comes in the form of either a corporate entity or the government. If a corporate entity borrows through a bond, we call it a corporate bond. And if the government borrows through a bond, we call it generally a government bond. Now you might ask, why do they have to borrow from us, the public, by way of bonds? Why don't they just go to the bank and apply for a loan? It sounds easier that way. Well, corporate entities or even the government choose to issue bonds instead of going to banks because they don't want to tie themselves up in a situation they don't have control over as far as interest payment is concerned. The proceeds of the bond issuances are then used to fund various projects and to improve operations, or perhaps to offer a new line of products and services. If savers are called depositors and stock market investors are called stockholders, those investing in bonds are called bondholders or creditors. Bonds are commonly referred to as fixed income instruments because, as the term implies, these provide bondholders with a fixed stream of cash flow or a fixed stream of income by way of coupon payments, which are paid either quarterly, biannually, or annually. Bonds also happen to have maturities. On maturity date, the principal is returned to the bondholder in full. When it comes to tenor, or when it comes to time horizon, short-term fixed income instruments are called bills. Medium-term fixed income instruments are referred to as notes, while long-term fixed income instruments are referred to as bonds. There you go. Now, what makes premyo bonds different from a regular bond? Premyo bonds are not your typical government bond because aside from providing Filipinos with a super affordable investment outlet, it also gives investors a chance to win from among a wide array of prizes. Again, this is the first of its kind in the Philippines, and I wouldn't be surprised if we keep on seeing similar issuances, perhaps with longer tenors in the future. Now, as promised, let's break down the 12 things you need to know about premyo bonds, one item at a time. And let's begin with, of course, number two. Sorry, let's begin with number one. How much are you supposed to earn? We've done the math. You're going to earn 960% better than a regular deposit account. Instead of just earning 0.25% per annum before tax, investing in your money in premyo bonds will give you a guaranteed 3% gross or 2.4% net over 1 year. Number two, how much is the minimum investment? Investing in the very first prize bonds in the Philippines will only set you back a minimum of just 500 pesos. 500 pesos. This is 1,000% cheaper compared to the 5,000 pesos required of investors in regular government bond issuances. Number three, until when can you invest? Right now, as of 5:19 p.m. of December 9, 2019, we are being told that investors only have until 12 noon on Friday, that's this Friday, December 19, to invest in premyo bonds. Though we were also informed just this afternoon that the Bureau of Treasury is actually considering extending the offer period until 10 p.m. the same day, 10 p.m. on Friday. So instead of the deadline being set at 12 noon, they're considering extending up to 10 p.m. on Friday, the 13th, December 13th. The good news, though, is ordering is super easy, especially if you do it online. If you are already an existing FirstMetroSec account holder, It will only take you 1 minute or less, and I am not kidding. 1 minute or less to invest in premyo bonds. A step-by-step guide will be provided at the tail end of the webisode. Number 4, how long am I going to wait until I get my principal back, until I get my money back? Well, you will be investing in premyo bonds from December 18, 2019 until December 18, 2020. Exactly 1 year. For example, you decide to invest 1 million pesos in premyo bonds, you are sure to receive 24,000 pesos by the end of the term. But it shall be given to you on a quarterly basis. It means by the first quarter of 2020, you will receive 6,000 pesos in your bank account, representing coupon payment 1 out of 4 from your premyo bonds. It means by second quarter 2020, another set of 6,000 pesos representing coupon payment 2 out of 4 will be credited to your bank account, representing, again, second quarter payment. By third quarter, another 6,000 pesos, representing payment 3 out of 4. And by fourth quarter 2020, aside from the 6,000 pesos representing coupon payment 4 out of 4, you will also be getting your 1 million pesos back, safely credited to your bank account. That's 24,000 pesos in 12 months for 1 million pesos in premyo bonds. Note though that online placements have a set maximum amount limit of 500,000 pesos per transaction, but investors may place multiple orders. Again, this should not be an issue because online ordering will literally just take a minute. Number 5, is my investment in premyo bonds safe? Note that this bond issuance is guaranteed by the Republic of the Philippines. So if you happen to have idle funds lying around and you don't see yourself spending such over the next year, why not flex your money's muscle and grow them the safe and secure way by way of premyo bonds? You are sure to receive 2.4% net of whatever your principal is by the end of 1 year. If you would like to know how much in Philippine pesos you're supposed to earn, the Bureau of Treasury's website, which is www.treasury.gov.ph, showcases a premyo bond calculator. All you need to do is to encode how much you would like to invest, and the calculator on the website will show you how much you are going to earn by December 18, 2020. Again, as far as our example is concerned, for a 1 million peso investment, you get 24,000 pesos in 1 year, spread over 4 quarterly payments, plus 2,000 bond units or raffle entries to win quarterly prizes. Number 6, Andoy, can I pre-terminate my investments in premyo bonds? Well, unfortunately, not. Pre-termination is not allowed. You are really going to have to make sure that whatever amount of money you invest in premyo bonds will be something you won't be needing over the next year, at least until December 18, 2020. This is the exact same reason why we keep on telling you, our besties, during our previous webisodes and even during our market education programs, both here and abroad, that it's very important that you build up an emergency fund amounting to at least 6 times your average monthly expenses first before you even think about investing. So you don't have to force yourselves to redeem at a loss or to redeem prematurely. Number 7, are premyo bonds tradable in the secondary market? Well, premyo bonds are designed to be held by the investor, to be held by you until it matures. There are no secondary markets. Thus, premyo bonds cannot be traded. This means those who weren't able to order premyo bonds from November 25, 2019 to December 13, 2019 can no longer buy such from the secondary market because there's no secondary market. This means that those who were able to buy premyo bonds from November 25 to December 13, 2019, who would like to eventually liquidate because of an unforeseen event, has no choice but to wait until it matures on December 18, 2020. Though the tenor is just 1 year, this will help Filipinos better understand long-term investing, that we really need to let go of our money for an extended amount of time for our money to work harder for us. Number 8, Andoy, can I invest in premyo bonds and transfer the ownership to perhaps my spouse or my kids before it matures? The answer is no. Again, because premyo bonds are non-tradable and that there are no secondary markets, even transferring ownership will not be allowed. Number 9, can I invest jointly with my spouse or perhaps with my kids using our joint bank or joint online trading account? The answer is still a no. At least for this initial 2019 issuance, premyo bonds are just designed for individual investors. For existing FirstMetroSec account holders with only joint accounts, you're going to have to open an individual account for you to be able to invest in premyo bonds. Hopefully, though, for succeeding issuances, at least the Bureau of Treasury will already allow for joint account holders. But again, for now, this is not yet possible. This is just open for individual account holders and individual account holders alone. Question number 10. Item number 10. I don't have an online account. Can I still invest in premyo bonds? You actually have two options in ordering premyo bonds. If you would like to do it manually, if you are not the techie type of person, you can go over the counter. You simply have to go to your bank, fill out the forms, provide them with the required documentary requirements, deposit your investment, and the quarterly coupon payments shall be credited directly to that bank account of yours automatically. Just so you know, selling agents are DBP, Land Bank, BDO, BDO Capital, China Banking Corporation, FMIC, and of course, Metro Bank. Now, what if you prefer to do things online? Well, it's actually better because it's actually faster and more convenient that way, especially for FirstMetroSec account holders. All you need to do is to go to the Bureau of Treasury's website. Again, that's www.treasury.gov.ph, and look for the premyo bonds banner right about there, and it will lead you to the order form. You may invest online if you have an account with any of their accredited online settlement banks. Again, DBP, Land Bank, and First Metro Securities. You can use your FirstMetroSec account to buy premyo bonds online. Simply follow these steps to invest through us. First, again, go to www.treasury.gov.ph. Second, accomplish the online form. I've tried this myself and it just took me 47 seconds, less than 1 minute. Third step, select Metro Bank or FirstMetroSec as your settlement bank. And after clicking continue, you're going to be asked to log in using your FirstMetroSec username and password for you to be able to confirm your payment. Debiting from your fresh funds from your buying power is actually done real time. Just make sure though that you have enough funds in your buying power because it will automatically be deducted from your FirstMetroSec account. Upon successful payment, you will receive an NOSP. The NOSP shall serve as your proof of investment in the premyo bonds. As a convenience feature, a system-generated NOSP shall be sent to your designated email address, which was the one indicated upon opening of the account. Note though that premyo bonds are non-certificated or scriptless securities and are digitally registered in the National Registry of Scriptless Securities. Again, there's no such thing as a certificate you're supposed to receive. Everything is done electronically and online. Note though that the BTR's website, www.treasury.gov.ph, is undergoing regular daily maintenance from 10 p.m. until 2 a.m. the next day. So you might want to consider that if you decide to, open or order premyo bonds after office hours. It's down from 10 p.m. until 2 a.m. the next day. There you have it. No physical forms, no need to visit branches, no personal appearance, all under 1 minute. That easy. But we're not done yet. We still have 2 more items left to discuss. Number 11, Andoy, does this mean that I need to open a FirstMetroSec online trading account? Well, not necessarily, but having one will really make investing in premyo bonds and even several other investment outlets in the Philippines more convenient for you. The good thing about it is account activation will only take us about 1 to 2 days, especially if you provide us with all the necessary documentary requirements. So should you decide to open a FirstMetroSec account today, you can have it up and running by December 11 or December 12, the latest. That's going to give you more than enough time for you to invest in premyo bonds because, again, it will only set you back a minute or 2. Compare that to spending a good amount of time, effort, energy, and even money just for you to order over the counter. The online facility restricts investors of below 18 years of age to ensure the financial capability and knowledge of first-time investors dealing in online transactions. Investors should understand that and be aware of the possible risks of the investment done through the online facility. However, investors below the age of 18 may still invest in premyo bonds through over-the-counter transactions used under In Trust For or ITF and for the account of accounts. Note though that premyo bonds will not show up as part of your FirstMetroSec portfolio. The proceeds of the coupon will be credited automatically to your settlement bank, and by the time your premyo bond matures next year, the entire principal will likewise be credited to your settlement bank account in full. Account opening is online and paperless. All you need to do is to head on to www.firstmetrosec.com.ph, click Open an Account, and this will set you back about just 5 to 10 minutes. Last and certainly not the least, item number 12. Now, what makes the premyo bond premyo bond? Why is the premyo bond named as premyo bond? The premyo bond is a combination of 2 Taglish terms, premyo and bonds. This means you're not just investing in a government bond, but you also buy yourself raffle coupons, which gives you the chance to win any of the following prizes every quarter. Every 500 pesos invested gives you a raffle entry to win 1 million pesos every quarter. 10 winners of 100,000 pesos cash every quarter. 50 winners of 20,000 pesos cash every quarter. Condominium and house and lots from Hotel 101, Mega World, and Vistaland during the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter draws. You actually end up in a win-win situation because you end up growing your money better than a regular savings account, and at the same time give yourself a shot at winning millions of pesos, not just in cash but also in other prizes. The best stock brokerage firm in the country just keeps on getting better and better because we allow Filipinos to invest in every single listed stocks 50 of the best performing peso and dollar denominated mutual funds in the Philippines, the first and the only exchange traded fund in the Philippines, our very own First Metro Exchange Traded Fund, or FMETF, and the very first prize bonds in the country, premyo bonds. Everything, minus the forms, minus the papers, minus the queuing, minus the branch visits, minus the sales loads, minus the fees and commission, and of course, minus the hassle. Again, bad news is premyo bonds will only be available until December 13. The good news, you still have time. If you'd like to open an account, again, just head on to www.firstmetrosec.com.ph. Account opening is online and paperless and will set you back just about 10 minutes tops. That easy. It will only take us a day or two to have your account activated, provided you provide us with a complete online form and submit a complete set of e-documents. Once your online trading account gets activated, it will only take you a minute. Again, no kidding. I tried it myself, under 1 minute, just for you to invest in premyo bonds online, because nobody wins against Christmas rush traffic, especially here in the Philippines. Now, again, like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for the recorded versions of our webinars and tons of explainer videos to get you started the right way. Please also follow us on Twitter and on Instagram, because let's admit it, life's boring without social media. For market education, speaking engagement invites, or if you just have investments related inquiries and concerns, that's my official email address and my social media handle. So that pretty much wraps up my 12th and last BeSTies webisode for the year. 12 things you need to know about premyo bonds. And because we're that clingy, we'll stay for a few more minutes to answer some of the questions you may have. Cara?
All right, thank you so much for introducing these premyo bonds to our viewers today, sir. Indeed, the first step to financial inclusion is making investments easily accessible and not to mention affordable for our Filipino investors. That's a big step by the Bureau of Treasury right there, especially when addressing Filipinos who have yet to start investing or are scared to do so. Thank you for that, sir. All right, now as we head on to today's Q&A portion, I would just like to remind everyone who are watching right now that you can send in your questions for our speaker to answer. Just send them in through the chat box and he will be entertaining these in a bit. Now, as we wait for the questions to start pouring in, are you ready, sir? Let me start with some questions that were sent via email.
Go ahead.
Okay, so first question that we have here, can OFWs invest in these premyo bonds?
Absolutely. OFWs can actually invest in premyo bonds. The more convenient option for them is to go online. The only requirement for OFWs is that if they have a peso savings or a peso checking account, basically that's it. With the over-the-counter facility, it's a possibility, but it's, again, especially for OFWs, it's physically impossible for them to. If it's physically impossible for them to do it over the counter during the last few days of the offer period, we strongly recommend you do it online. The only thing, especially during our international events, the only thing that becomes a hindrance for OFWs to open FirstMetroSec accounts is that most of them, don't actually have Philippine tax ID numbers or Philippine TINs. So that's one of the major setbacks. But it's a requirement. Again, going back to the question, OFWs can invest in premyo bonds. That's not a problem for as long as you have a peso savings or a peso checking account. The problem though is most OFWs, at least those that I was able to personally talk to during our international events the past several years, they don't have Philippine tins. So perhaps by the time you guys go back to the Philippines for the Christmas season, for New Year's, you might want to look into applying for your very own tax ID numbers, Philippine tax ID numbers. Application is free. Just head on to your nearest Bureau of Internal Revenue or BIR offices and just let them know you're applying for a TIN. So there.
Okay, thank you for that, sir. One related question that we have here that was also sent through email is, how do you claim the prize rewards if you are overseas or, to be specific, at sea?
Yeah, for seafarers, let me quote, just to avoid technicalities, let me quote BTR's frequently asked questions. In your case, being a seafarer, in the event that the winner cannot claim the premyo personally, he or she may designate an authorized representative to claim the premyo subject to the presentation of a special power of attorney or an SPA, designating the representative or the representatives in addition to items 1 and 2 above. The good thing about this is you have 180 days. The winners are actually given 180 days to claim their prizes, whether it's we're just talking about the ₱1,000,000 prize and the house and lot or the condo units, because all the rest, if you happen to win 20,000 or 100,000 pesos, everything gets credited directly to your settlement bank account. But for the major prizes, if you end up winning ₱1,000,000, if you end up winning the house and lot, the condo units, you really have no choice but to appear personally. Again, you're given 180 days for you to appear personally. If it's impossible for you to do that, then your recourse would be via the special power of attorney.
All right, thank you for that, sir. We have a lot of questions coming in from our viewers, live viewers right now. So let me start with one question right here. Ano po ang mga premyo? I don't think you have really delved into what kinds of prizes.
Yeah. The Bureau of Treasury is going to raffle off on a quarterly basis. Again, this is going to happen 4 times a year. One winner every quarter. Again, one winner every quarter of 1,000,000 pesos cash. 10 winners every quarter of 100,000 pesos cash. 50 winners every quarter of 20,000 pesos cash. And house and lots and condominium units from Hotel 101, Mega World, and Vista Land. So again, as I've said, you end up in a win-win situation. You end up growing your money better than a regular savings account. Plus, you end up buying a chance. You end up investing your way into the chance of winning millions of pesos in cash prizes and real estate properties. So there.
All right, thank you for that, sir. Another question that we have here. Can we do online orders out of business hours?
Yes, that's allowed. You don't need to limit yourselves to online transactions, online ordering only during banking hours. As mentioned, if you could only find time to look into investing during off office hours, after office hours, just make sure you do it before 10 p.m. Again, why? Because the Bureau of Treasury's website, www.treasury.gov.ph, undergoes regular maintenance or end of day balancing between 10 p.m. until 2 a.m. the next day. So again, to answer your question again, you are allowed to order premyo bonds after office hours, but make sure you do it before 10 p.m. Again, just to emphasize, it will only take you less than 1 minute. It's not an exaggeration. I'm not kidding. It will only take you less than 1 minute if you do it online, especially if you happen to have a FirstMetroSec online trading account.
Okay, next question we have here. Are the interests going to be added in our FirstMetroSec trading account or directly to our Metro Bank savings account?
Yeah, the coupon payments, as far as coupon payments are concerned, and if you do it via FirstMetroSec online order, the coupon payments will form part of your buying power every single quarter. So it gets credited to your FirstMetroSec account, and it will be reflected in your buying power.
All right, thank you for that, sir. Another question that we have here. I already ordered Premyo bonds online and debited the amount from my FirstMetroSec balance. However, I did not receive any confirmation email after the online transaction. Do you think I did a successful order? When can I receive the NOS fee or the confirmation email?
Yeah. If your FirstMetroSec account was already debited, that's actually a confirmation of a transaction. Perhaps you might want to look into your spam mailbox just in case. But at the end of the day, if you still have yet to receive anything from us or from the Bureau of Treasury as far as notification is concerned, please do drop us an email. Please do email customerservice@firstmetrosec.com.ph, and we will assist you every step of the way. Again, most probably, high likelihood that your order has been taken care of. It's a done transaction. If the confirmation email is nowhere to be found, including your spam mailbox, please do drop us an email and we will assist you. Customer service at firstmetrosec.com.ph.
All right. So after that question, we have another one about the cash prizes.
Yep.
Are the cash prizes tax-free?
Wow, very good question. All cash prizes and even non-cash rewards are all tax paid and will be received by the winners net of all applicable taxes, fees, charges, and even surcharges. The rewards agent, in the case of our real estate rewards, Hotel 101, Vista Land, Mega World, the rewards agent shall facilitate payment of such taxes, fees, and charges. So in short, tax-free, tax paid. There's no such thing as tax-free. It's tax paid.
Okay, another question that we have here. How will I know that I win in the Premyo bonds?
Again, very good question. Just so you don't end up getting scammed by those SMS blasts or phishing emails, the BTR will get in touch with you via email through the email you used in registering, in ordering, again, online. You will be receiving a notification email from BTR if you end up winning through in any of those raffles.
Okay, thank you for answering that question, sir. Next question that we have here, what happens to the bond if an investor dies before the bond's maturity date?
Yeah. Very morbid question for a Christmas webisode, but then again, it's a practical question. Just like your deposit account, just like your stock trading account, Premyo bonds, your investments in Premyo bonds will form part of your estate. Should you invest in Premyo bonds now, and unfortunately you don't end up surviving until December 18, 2020, your investments in premyo bonds will form part of your estate, and it will be distributed to your beneficiaries, to your heirs, as soon as they provide us, that's FirstMetroSec and the Bureau of Treasury, with the necessary documents for us to process the distribution of your estate. So again, just like your regular deposit account, just like your FirstMetroSec account, it will form part of your estate. So again, what I keep on telling my friends, what I keep on telling our clients, don't keep it a secret. Don't hide your investments from your significant other. Every time you make investment decisions, always make sure that they are well informed, so that they know whom to get in touch with should something happen to you. So it's not something for you, actually. It's something for your beneficiaries, for your heirs. So don't keep it a secret, right?
Okay, thank you for that, sir. So time is running out quickly. I think we have time for around a couple more questions, sir.
Of course.
Okay, so we have a question here about joint accounts.
Yeah.
Hi, sir. I have a FirstMetroSec trading account that I fund through my Metrobank savings account, which is a joint account with my wife. You mentioned that joint accounts are not allowed. So that means that I cannot purchase through FirstMetroSec, since funding Metrobank account is a joint account?
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, this is a limitation. This is a limitation set forth by the Bureau of Treasury. I think for every party, not just the Bureau of Treasury, to be able to process everything smoothly. We do hope, though, that over the next set of issuances, they'd consider opening the doors to joint account holders. But again, for this issuance, from December until December 13, 2019, only individual account holders, only individual FirstMetroSec account holders are going to be allowed to invest there.
Okay, thank you for that, sir. And our last question for tonight, it's already night. Is it possible to avail of these premyo bonds again and again and again?
Of course. If the question is in the context of, goes by the context of, am I allowed to do multiple transactions? Please correct me if I'm wrong, but if my understanding is correct, are we allowed multiple transactions? Yes, of course. The maximum limit per transaction is 500,000 pesos. That's the minimum per transaction. So if, for example, you'd like to invest 1.5 million pesos in premyo bonds, you're going to have to do it via 3 transactions. Let's say last week you were already able to invest, for example, 500 pesos just to try things out. And right now you have extra funds to invest. Feel free. You can do multiple transactions. The limit is only 500,000 pesos per transaction. But as far as the number of transactions are concerned, no limit, for as long as you have the funds to invest. Cleared funds, fresh funds to invest. Cleared funds.
All right, thank you for answering that question, sir. And also thank you as well for answering all the questions that our participants sent in. That is it for our Q&A. Thank you everyone for participating and sending in your questions. So if you have any additional questions in mind, we also have quite a number of questions unanswered right now. Please don't hesitate to send them in through our email. That's events@firstmetrosec.com.ph, and our speaker will still do his best to accommodate your questions.
That's a promise. That's a promise. I'm going to personally answer every unanswered question. So just keep them coming.
Okay, so now before we say goodbye to you guys, please do check out our calendar of seminars posted on our website to see if there's a FirstMetroSec event near you. We have a bunch coming up this week, so if you're interested to join, just send us an email at registration@firstmetrosec.com.ph or register through our website. We have a lot lined up for this week, including Mutual Funds 101 and ETFs 101 here at our hub in Makati City and also in our office in Cebu. So let's make the last month of your 2019 worth it by learning more about investing and trading. To get up to date with our latest events and everything in between, please like, follow, and subscribe to our social media channels on screen. We're on your favorite social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube with the handle at FirstMetroSec. And that is a wrap, everyone. Thank you for your usual participation on Mondays at our webinar series. We truly appreciate that you were able to share your time with me, Sir Andoy, and the rest of the FirstMetroSec team. We hope that through this discussion, we were able to help you take the next step towards your financial goals. This has been Cara from the FirstMetroSec team, along with our speaker, Sir Andoy, wishing you a very happy Monday. We'll see you again next week for the 34th episode of BeSTies with Marco. As always, with FirstMetro Securities, it's hashtag your future first.